All right, let's talk about something we've all struggled with. Speaking our minds, it's scary, right? Putting yourself out there, risking rejection or a raised eyebrow. But you know what? Sometimes the most important things to say are the hardest to say. We're diving deep into 15 things you should never be afraid to tell someone. These are the conversations that can be life-changing, relationship-saving, and soul-soothing. We're talking about those little nuggets of honesty that can make you feel vulnerable, but ultimately set you free. So buckle up, grab your courage, and maybe a couple because we're going to be here a while, and let's get real, shall we? Now, this one can be tricky. We've all been there, right? Someone says something off color, or maybe they cross a line without even realizing it. It's easy to just let it slide, avoid the awkwardness. But here's the thing. Your feelings matter. Speaking up when something makes you uncomfortable isn't about being confrontational. It's about setting boundaries. It's about respecting yourself and giving the other person a chance to understand your perspective. And you know what? Most of the time, they'll actually appreciate it. They might not even realize they've said something hurtful. So next time your gut tells you something's not quite right, don't be afraid to voice it. You deserve to be heard, and they deserve a chance to do better. We're human, right? None of us are superheroes, no matter how much we try to pretend otherwise. There are times when we all need a helping hand, a shoulder to cry on, or someone to vent to, but asking for help can feel like admitting defeat, can't it? Like we're somehow less than if we don't have it all figured out. But let me tell you, asking for help is a sign of strength, not weakness. It shows you're self-aware enough to know your limits and brave enough to reach out. Plus, the people who love you actually want to help. They want to be there for you, just like you be there for them. So go on, send that text, make that call, ask for that hug. You'll be amazed by the love and support that comes your way. Now, this is a big one. In a world where everyone seems to shout their opinions from the rooftops, it can feel risky to politely disagree. But listen, healthy debate is a beautiful thing. It's how we learn, how we grow, how we challenge our own perspectives. Now, I'm not talking about getting into heated arguments or trying to change anyone's mind, just respectfully sharing your own point of view. You never know, you might learn something new or even find some common ground. And even if you don't, that's okay too. Agreeing to disagree is a perfectly acceptable outcome. The most important thing is to approach the conversation with respect and an open mind. You're proud of your achievements, and you should be. We don't always give ourselves enough credit, but we should never shy away from sharing important truths. We often downplay our accomplishments, brushing them off as no big deal. But here's the thing. Your successes deserve to be celebrated. Whether you nailed that presentation at work, completed a marathon, or managed to keep a houseplant alive for more than a month, I see you, fellow plant killers. Own it. Be proud of yourself. Sharing your achievements isn't bragging. It's about recognizing your hard work and inspiring others. And who knows, your story might just give someone else the courage to chase their own dreams. You need some alone time. Introverts, this one's for you. But honestly, we all need a bit of me time every now and then, don't we? Time to recharge, reflect, and just be by ourselves. But sometimes it can feel awkward saying, actually, I just want to stay in tonight and watch telly in my pajamas. But you know what? It's okay to prioritize your own well-being. It's okay to set boundaries and let people know when you need some space. Real friends and loved ones will understand. In fact, they'll probably be relieved to know it's not them, it's just you needing a little breathing room. So go on, schedule that solo date night, book that weekend getaway, and enjoy the glorious silence. You're feeling overwhelmed. Life can be a bit of a roller coaster, can't it? Full of ups and downs, twists and turns, and sometimes it can all just get a bit too much. We've all been there, staring at a mountain of to-dos, feeling the pressure building. But bottling up those feelings of overwhelm only makes things worse. Talking about it, on the other hand, can be like letting the air out of a balloon. It allows you to release some of that pressure, gain some perspective, and hopefully get some support from the people around you. So don't be afraid to say, you know what, I'm feeling a bit swamped. Chances are someone else in the room is feeling the exact same way. You appreciate them. In the hustle and bustle of everyday life, it's easy to forget to express our gratitude, isn't it? We get so caught up in our own little worlds that we forget to tell the people we care about how much they mean to us. But a simple thank you, a heartfelt compliment, or a gesture of appreciation can go a long way. It can brighten someone's day, strengthen your bond, and just make the world a little bit brighter. So go on, pick up the phone, send that text, write that little note of thanks. You'll be amazed at the ripple effect a little bit of appreciation can have. You've made a mistake. Oh, this one's a tough one, isn't it? Admitting we're wrong, owning up to our mistakes, it goes against every fiber of our being sometimes. We want to appear perfect, infallible, right? But the truth is, we're all just human. We all mess up, we all make bad decisions, we all say and do things we regret, and that's okay. It's part of being alive. The important thing is to learn from those mistakes, to apologize when necessary, and to move forward with grace and humility. Admitting our faults actually makes us more trustworthy, more relatable, more human. So the next time you trip up, don't beat yourself up about it. Own it, learn from it, and let it go. You don't understand something. There's no shame in not knowing something, is there? We can't be experts on everything. Yet, we often feel this pressure to pretend we have it all figured out, don't we? But here's the thing, asking for clarification, admitting you need a little help, it's not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of intelligence. It shows you're curious, eager to learn, and not afraid to ask questions. Plus, the person you're asking will probably be more than happy to share their knowledge, so next time you're feeling lost, just ask. You have feelings for them. Matters of the heart, always a tricky subject, aren't they? Putting your feelings out there, risking rejection, it takes guts. But you know what? Life's too short to let fear hold you back. If you fancy someone, tell them. The worst that can happen is they don't feel the same way. And you know what? That's okay. Rejection is a part of life, but it's better to have loved and lost than to have never loved at all, right? And who knows? Maybe, just maybe, they feel the same way too. Wouldn't that be something? You need to end a relationship. This one's never easy, is it? Ending a relationship, whether it's with a partner, a friend, or even a family member, is tough. We don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. We don't want to create drama, so we stay silent. But sometimes, walking away is the kindest thing you can do, both for yourself and for the other person. Holding on to a relationship that's no longer serving you benefits no one. It's okay to say, this isn't working for me anymore. It's okay to prioritize your own happiness and well-being. It's okay to let go. You're struggling with your mental health. We've come a long way in terms of talking about mental health, but there's still a stigma attached to it, isn't there? We feel like we have to put on a brave face, pretend everything's fine, when inside we're struggling. But here's the thing. Mental health is just as important as physical health. And just like you'd see a doctor if you had a broken leg, you deserve support if you're struggling with your mental health. Talking about it can be incredibly difficult, but it's also incredibly liberating. It allows you to break down the stigma, seek help, and start the journey towards healing. You are not alone. We live in a diverse world, don't we? Full of different cultures, different perspectives, different beliefs, and that's a beautiful thing. But it can also be a source of conflict if we're not careful. It's important to remember that just because someone has different values or beliefs than you, it doesn't make them wrong, it just makes them different. And that's okay, we can agree to disagree, we can have respectful conversations, we can learn from each other. The key is to approach these conversations with an open mind and a willingness to listen. Whether it's a new job, a new relationship, or even just a new commitment, it's okay to admit when you're not ready. We often feel this pressure to say yes to everything, to keep up with the Joneses, to prove ourselves. But here's the thing, your timeline is your own. You're allowed to take things at your own pace, to set boundaries, to say not now or even not ever. Don't let anyone rush you into something you're not comfortable with. Your time is precious, and you get to decide how you spend it. We all crave recognition, don't we? To feel seen, to feel appreciated, to know that our hard work hasn't gone unnoticed, but sometimes we don't get it. We put in the hours, we go the extra mile, and still nothing. And it can be tempting to just keep our heads down and keep plugging away, hoping that someone somewhere will notice. But you know what? It's okay to ask for recognition. It's okay to say, hey, I worked really hard on this and I'm proud of what I accomplished. It doesn't make you egotistical, it makes you human. So there you have it, 15 things you should never be afraid to tell someone. Look, it's all about honest communication, isn't it? Letting people into your world, letting them see the real you, warts and all. It might be scary at first, but trust me, the rewards far outweigh the risks. Now go forth and speak your truth, you brave little biscuits.